Welcome back to the channel, guys. Pretzel, where are we? We're in a new kitchen in our new house. Yep. We're going to do an instant hot water tap boiler thing that we don't know what to do. Yep. Okay, let me put Pretzel down. I still haven't released a proper video on the house. Moved in 3 days ago, trying to figure out what the heck is going on with the heating system, the boilers, the showers, the electrics. Anyway, over the Christmas break, so by the time this video comes out, I probably already have started it. I'm going to rewire, I'm going to replumb, solar, batteries, maybe air source heat pump, maybe a combi boiler, air con, sort the garden out, new kitchen, redo everything, literally everything. But for the meantime, before any of this happens, I bought. Anyway, I got off Amazon an instant hot water tap, which I've just said about. The reason being is in the old house, when we had our Howden's kitchen fitted that I did, 8 years ago, we had one of the Howden's ones. It was an InSinkErator one. It was a tiny little spout. It was a separate one next to the sink. And we've never had a kettle. Fine, cool, no problem at all. Then we've come here and I had to pinch the kettle out of the unit, which didn't work, so we had to go and buy one, which is fine, but little home comforts like that, we're moving somewhere completely different and new for us all. We've gone, right, I will get one, and I didn't want to go over the top with one because at some point when we get a new kitchen, I'm going to get one of the fancy ones. I put something on Instagram the other day and everyone said, oh, get a Quooker one. The one that I saw, I thought, wow, that is it, that's the one, £1,700. Not right now, not just before Christmas. So we've gone on Amazon. I'm trying to go off the top of my head. Anyway, it's a matte black one, a bendy spout, which is what we wanted, which would be similar to what we had before. And under this bit here has got the instant hot water. That I still don't quite actually know how you operate it. But yeah, so we're going to install that. It comes with a tank, which is a hell of a lot bigger than the last one I had. And it actually has a filter, which the last one, be honest with you, I never changed if it did have one. So we're going to install that. Obviously, being an electrician, I'm overqualified for doing stuff like this, it's not a problem. And then currently you're magnetized on our massive American fridge freezer, which we've had for many, many years, which fit perfectly in the old kitchen because there was an alcove and it slotted in. All the scratches and all the dents and everything like that were just poured in and out, and now visible. But once we get a new kitchen, this all gets spun around because it's a very, very long kitchen. If I stand you at the door, when you want to use the oven, oh God, I've just burnt myself, I need to go to the tap. You're already dead by the time you get there. So this is all getting rejigged. Whether or not we get a new fridge at some point is a different story, but it has a water outlet on it and an ice outlet that we've used for years. So currently that's got nothing in. There's no water over there. Why would there be? Unless you can get off the radiator. Anyway, gonna put this down. I've emptied this out this morning at 5 o'clock because I was up nice and early as usual. We've already got power for the washing machine, which I've had to put over there because the dishwasher, which was here, as and when you opened it, hit this, you couldn't load it properly. So I switched them around, and in the meantime, as I'm switching them around, which was fairly simple enough, dishwasher stopped working because it's blocked, because I've obviously done the drainage wrong. So we're going to fix that as well today. We're going to rejig the pipe work, we're going to do this together. We need to put a double socket down there because there's a fuse isolator on the top, and figure out what is the best option to push this in the corner to not lose the space for the time being. Because if we don't get a new kitchen for a year, I don't want to then just ram it straight in the middle, where I probably used to would have done. Still use some space. We've got some isolation taps. I've got the hoses that it comes with. I've just gone to B&Q and got a 15mm to 3/4 isolation valve for the fridge, because it's like a washing machine thread. Anyway, shut up, Nick. Let's get on with it. I know I really should do the electrics first, but that's easy. Code's on the right. Oh, why is there water coming out of there? Why have you done this? I can't believe you've done this. I don't have a spare one, so stop leaking. If I just spin it loads, will it retighten the thread? Yes. Oh no, there's more water coming out now. Oh no. I'm not going back to B&Q again. We'll get tissue, be fine. More friends here. Now I'm a plumber. There we go. Also, just to preface this, that is not the right word. You all know how particular I am with getting things neat, tidy, square, level and everything like that. And the few things that I've done in the house so far, the Starlink, the satellite, have them run the data cables temporary for the kids' rooms, the Wi-Fi, the access points, all that sort of stuff. Please ignore the 2 strip lights in the kitchen as well. Just anyway. I'm going to do this as neatly as I can to a point, but this is all going to get ripped out. So any plumbers that are watching that are going to criticise me, I don't care in the slightest. Go back to school. You know when it's not your job, your day job, and you look at it and go, well, because I want to keep as much copper on as possible, because I know copper wins, copper rules. So I can cut it off here. I've got my little plumbing box, and luckily the only thing I've had to buy is a washing machine valve, which I actually realised I didn't need to buy because I already had one. This is copper all the way up. It comes with flexi tails that come from this. I need to go down onto the hot and cold, and it feeds back into the tank. So I'm going to cut these here, because obviously someone's done a really good job before and put copper directly into the old tap. But I obviously can't cut this with my pipe cutter because it's close together. So I am very grateful that it's come with this. I can't remember what it's called. It's not a wrench, whatever. It's a thing to be able to undo the tap up here. I'll show you. To go and undo that, you'll see it's a bit hard with your pliers. And luckily for me, the person that did this up was not me, so I can undo it. Oh, I say that, hang on. Uh-oh. Right, as much as I'm messing around and having a laugh about plumbers, gross. There's 3 of them pipes, which I think are smaller, which are these ones, but that end's got to go through the hole. I'm currently sticking in the hole, but obviously 3 of them have got to pass through, and then screw them in where it tells me to, 4 different holes to go in there. Would it be easier to like fish up, hold this above, and then just do it like that? And then, oh no, there's only 3 of these because one's the threaded rod. Oh God, that sounded stupid now I've said it out loud. I had to read the instructions. It's fine, allow it. So from what I've gathered, you can do with this, put the 3 pipes in, and then feed this underneath, and because it's got a screwdriver slot, you can do it up as much as you can to bite. Then you do the nut up to pinch it in, and that should hold it. I wasn't going to put any silicone around because obviously I might reuse this tap at some point, but I've just put this base on, and it has got a gasket sat in it. So maybe we just have to do it as tightly as we physically can with our hands. And hope for the best. Yeah, because this thing's in the way as well. Well, we shall see. Right, I found this thing, but I can only presume that that would go that way up there. But then does that go through there to slot it on? Because if that's so, what's the point in the gasket? Is that not meant to go on that bit? I'm starting to get naffed off now. Should have just done this to start with. Also, I've dropped all the other stuff around the back of the cabinet, all the way down there. Oh, there's someone at my front door! Alright, this is to all the plumbers out there. Just saying, how has no one invented a better way to do this? This is stupid. All the quick release stuff, all the quick fix stuff, the push fit, everything. No, we're going to jam everything through a tiny hole with a stupid screw that goes all the way at the back, with a stupid metal curved bracket that falls off. This is ridiculous. Have a chat with the higher ups, get something sorted. I'm not impressed. Now that's on and done, what I would class as the most pain in the arse. We've got obviously the stuff coming up here, cold coming up, coming across. I'm doing a T on it around about here. It's going to drop down a little bit with the washing machine, the 3/4 inch one. That's going to have the fridge going on it. For the time being, it's just going to run across the top of the skirting. Stick a little few cable ties in it. Stick a few cable clips in it. That's coming down here, and then the hot water is coming up straight across. And then one of these feeds, which I'll double check, connects into a flexi hose that goes into the top of the boiler, which I'm going to position here, and then that comes back up and then into this spout. Alright, I've got to do the filter now, but I'm going to put it here so it's out the way, it's accessible to a point, and because the pipes go straight through left and right up the back here, so I'm going to stick it there. Right, going back to these, so that's the one I munched up, so that's going to be that one. That's our hot, this is our cold, and I have seen online, and this is a genuine question to plumbers or anyone else that actually knows more about this than me. So I've just got what essentially is just a T that goes through, but because the thread comes off, it will match up perfectly to a 3/4. And to me, you know, I've seen my dad do plumbing years ago in the past. You know, he was a painter, but we all know him to do bits and bobs, especially around the house, and that's how I learned and realised I wanted to get into the trades. I've always seen him do this, but then I've seen plumbers online or Instagram get absolutely slated for this. But is there another adapter that goes onto, or does that, because that doesn't go, that's a 3/4 for the washing machine, obviously that's the same size as that, like what, I'm doing it with this because that's what I've got and that's what I'm going to use, but what is the correct thing to use if that isn't it, or is it just people being anal and stupid? But
I'm a better plumber than you and you shouldn't do that.
Because we get it all the time in electric, so I completely understand. But yeah, I can do it like that. I really want to get the Milwaukee pipe cutter that you go and it spins around, but I mean maybe because I'm going to replumb this place, then maybe also I always put PTFE tape on the thread thinking haha, because you meant to put it on the olive because it bites down on the olive and it compresses and creates a seal. Another thing I've learned from doing stuff online. I have put PTFE on this, and I've put these clips just to separate the cold and the hot because they were touching a little bit. Oh, it just dripped on me. We're all in. We've got the tube coming up, isolator, everything's on, filter. This is not plugged in. I've got to prime it first, but first of all, by priming it, we're going to see if there's any leaks. So let's do the hot first with the already leaky stop tap. Okay, play stop. So unfortunately, this is leaking more than it was before, and I'm going to have to go to the shop in a minute to get a new one, unless the guy who bought the house off, because he had left some stuff in the garage, there might be a spare isolation valve, but realistically the only thing we care about is the cold, because that's the hot water tank and the filter. try the fridge. I did have to eat away with a Stanley knife at the bottom of this because it wouldn't turn, but that's fine. It's my house. Oh, fridge is on. So I've got to run, before that even gets plugged in, I've got to run the tap. Let's get all this out. Right, to prime the tank, to pull the water all the way through it, I've got to turn right, I've just figured out how to do this bit. That is now filling up and priming. Once that gets full, it'll go up through the filter. No, it won't. It's already gone through the filter and it's going back through that, going up through this pipe. And I've just looked at the instructions online. I put the tap square on. This bit's meant to be here. I only did this because I saw that bit and I thought, oh yeah, that makes sense. But then while I was trying to figure this out, I was like, well, depending where you put the tap, you're going to get your hand wet. Then it's meant to be here. I'll have to fix that. Anyway, you do it this way, press that, push down further. Just powered up, and I really hope that that stops dripping. Don't know why it's doing that. Hopefully, once it's pressurised, it will stop. Oh, fancy. We can change what temperature we want it to come out at, and, you know, realistically, the hottest it goes, I think it's 98 degrees. Something in here. Oh, there's too much reading. Never mind. Oh, I'm 98. Currently on 12. It's warming up. Right, we're done. Tap's on. We're at 99. No, we're at 98. 98 degrees. Now I know how to work it. Build quality compared to all the other stuff, the £1,700 one I could presume is going to be phenomenal. We've got this bit, which to me should be sitting in there and not wobbling. There is a Allen key here to tighten this bit up, which it didn't come with. It come with everything else, to I presume stop this moving as much. I mean, I don't have one on me, but I can't get that back in. Springy wise, it's decent enough. Nice. Still haven't fixed the hot, but we don't need the hot now because we got this. And to operate the hot tap, bring that forward, press that in, you hold it down. Here we go. And now I've got 154 different projects that I need to start. I don't know what to start first. I've got to build my desk, which is modified. You might have seen an old electric desk that I bought off a mate and put it onto my desk. I've brought a commercial sized tumble dryer and washing machine, which require 20 amp supply each, and there's no water to this bit. I know the boiler's there, but I'm scared of them type of boilers. I don't know what to do. Bring a water supply over, run the feeds from the fuse board, pick all the floors up. I've then got some new Milwaukee garden equipment I bought myself, whatever, to have a play with. And there's a billion other things to do, which you'll see throughout the process of many, many, many years. So thank you very much for watching. Any tips or tricks when I do that properly, anything that I should or shouldn't use, let me know below. Once again, if you're a plumber, sorry to hear that. Love you, bye.